It's always been a puzzle to some economists why the overall market has gone boom and bust in a cyclical fashion since the beginning of modern capitalism. Thriving boom cycles last a few years but are followed by deep recessions. Then comes an inevitable rally, recovery, and subsequent boom that begins the cycle anew. Still, there are certain sectors and kinds of businesses that tend to do well even during a recession, and these sometimes even expand while the rest of the economy is contracting and everyone else is scared. Let's take a look at a list of 15 businesses that are recession-proof. Number 1. Food and beverages. One thing that is vital for humans is food. If there are no food industries making food and beverages, then a humane society cannot function. That is why even when there is a pandemic and everything in the world is shut down, the food industries are still booming and all the employees are there working. Food for eating and beverages for drinking is not something that can be marketed as unnecessary and put aside during tough times, as everyone needs it to be alive. Number 2. Services in the medical field. People get sick and different diseases require medical attention. Thus, there will always be a demand for healthcare services. Survival in these difficult times will be impossible if medical assistance is unavailable. Even during a recession, healthcare services will not be interrupted. There's actually a greater demand for medical attention during a recession. As a result, the medical business will never diminish. Doctors, nurses, and chemists are all in high demand during such times. Number 3. Renovation and repair industry. The renovation industry is always needed, no matter what the situation is, because some things can only be fixed or installed by professionals. For example, if your phone breaks and needs to be repaired right away, it is an emergency that must be handled properly and fast, especially in times of war or epidemic. A mobile phone repair service is the only option. Repairing electricity, installing a security system, and upgrading your home for increased safety or to accommodate weather changes all necessitate knowledge and abilities. And after a war, reconstruction of everything that was destroyed due to the war is required. And that is why, in different circumstances, the renovation and repair industry is critical. Number 4. Cleaning services. It's critical to have the finest health possible through difficult times, so that you can confront everything that comes your way, and keeping yourself and your environment clean is the best way to stay fit and healthy. We as humans live in a world where personal hygiene is extremely important, which is why cleaning businesses will never fail or go out of business, since people will always buy it. Cleaning materials are a necessity, not a luxury. Number 5. Baby products. Parents cannot make compromises or sacrifices when it comes to their children. That is why, even in the face of adversity, such as war or a pandemic, the need for infant products will never dwindle. Parents cannot experiment with the items they use on their own newborns since they require the highest care and delicate products. If they do, it might result in significant health concerns. As a result, baby products such as diapers, baby food, and baby soaps will always be sold and purchased by the general population. Number 6. Childcare. As previously said, parents cannot make concessions when it comes to their child's health and well-being. As a result, healthcare for children and those who work with them will always have a career because it's one of the needs in difficult times. Children, who are the most vulnerable, require the most medical attention during a recession, like wars, etc. As a result, childcare is extremely important and will continue to exist. Number 7. Consumer goods. Even in times of war or pandemic, people require basic necessities such as sanitary napkins, toothpaste, laundry detergent, and a variety of other items to be healthy. Whatever happens, these things will continue to be sold, and the people who work in these businesses will continue to have livelihoods. Number 8. Services for death and funerals. During COVID-19, there was a surge in demand for funeral services. The funeral sector is the one that blooms the most during any recession, especially during wars and pandemics. Funeral homes are what people resort to when they have to say goodbye to their loved ones because no one can avoid death, and many individuals lose their lives during these difficult moments. Number 9. Senior caretakers. Tough times like a pandemic or a war can be extremely dangerous for the elderly, and during these times, the demands for senior caretakers such as nurses, cooks, cleaners, and other support staff get really high. That's why it can be a great opportunity for people looking for a job that can pay even during a recession. Number 10. Hospice workers. The majority of people die in difficult circumstances. Unfortunately, this is the case, but specialists must be available to care for those who are nearing the end of their life. Hospice workers are professionals who care for people who are nearing the end of their lives, which might be due to terminal illnesses or old age. Number 11. Educators. Whatever the situation, people still need to be educated. Two of the most powerful instruments for overcoming the financial crises are education and knowledge. Humans as individuals and as a civilization must learn in order to survive and contribute to the growth of their community. As a result, teachers and educators in all areas are highly valued and are unlikely to lose their jobs during a recession. Number 12. Public transport workers. Public transport is the best way to save money, especially during times of recession. Thus, public transport workers will always have a job and they will even be in higher demand. Even if the economy goes down, the professionals like bus drivers, train conductors, and many more will have their jobs. Number 13. Body shops and auto mechanics. Even though there will be fewer personal automobiles and vehicles on the road, they will need to be repaired. What if you have to travel urgently, perhaps during a war or pandemic? The cars must be in good working order. That's why the auto mechanic position will not be eliminated. Number 14. Pharmaceutical technicians and pharmacists. Medicines are needed by all age groups, no matter what's going on in the world, and that is why individuals related to the pharmaceuticals field will never lose their job, as their job is vital and plays an important role in a recession. Number 15. Law enforcement. There will always be a need for police officers, detectives, federal agents, and other law enforcement officers, because no one can take their place. Particularly during a recession, those with specialized skills in these sectors will be in high demand as the crime rate might increase.